we're taking a look at the Bison King. I'm super excited to finally get able to look at this guy. As you guys can see, I got it fully together in its vehicle, kind of like bull mode. And I'm going to show you guys, we're just going to go over it. So this is your Shuriken, and I'll show you guys how this actually plugs in. Basically, you've got notches, and you want to plug these notches in. You want to go this way. So if you try to go this way, it won't go in. You have to go this way, and then you just click it. And once you click it, there's a side piece right here, and then you press it. So, and then in order to complete the look, we'll take a look at this guy here first. This is the little dude. And you can see it doesn't have a lot of articulation. It can, he can sit. He can ride. The head can look up. So it's basically, you've got 2 ports, and you want to plug those ports in right there, and then he just kind of rides like that. I mean, he doesn't want to really stay in. And then the Shuriken, there are 2 ports right here, and you want to plug those in right there. And that completes the Bison King in its, not robot mode, but its vehicle mode. So I couldn't tell from the listing personally myself, but the seller opted to tell me that, hey, he had a better shoulder piece, and if he would like me to replace it free of charge. And he did. He sent me pictures of it, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. And yeah, they look great. As you guys can see, this was a great piece right here that I couldn't figure out when I was on my initial unboxing, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the transformation. One thing I also want to point out that I thought I was missing a piece here. I'm not missing a piece. Is actually it's part of it. It's supposed to be like this. It's part of the transformation. Now you can remove him, but you don't have to. So basically, what you want to do, you take off the Shuriken. So we got everything prepped. Now you want to bring that up. So you want to come back here and you want to just lift this up and remove this whole piece. Now, you don't have to remove this piece. You can just keep that piece plugged in, but it does, on my copy, it does kind of come in. And then you want to open these up, just like that. And then kind of spread the legs, and that becomes the kind of toes. Then you just spread. Then you want to take this piece, and now this piece is going to plug in here, just like that. And then this is going to come down, and you want to rotate this inwards. Now, you can leave it like this. You can leave it like this. However, I prefer this. I prefer this look. I feel like this is a cleaner look. And then you basically take the Shuriken, you pop open the face mask, and then moment of truth, you want to plug it in. You want to plug it in. I do have a little bit of issues with this, with my... So there he is. And then you take the gun, and now he can bang bang. He can take out all the enemies. In terms of articulation, he has no leg movements whatsoever. Arms can do a full 360. They can go out like this due to transformation. And that's about it. Head movement has nothing. You can press the button again. So there is that combination. Now I'm going to bring in the main Ninja one, and you can combine them. However, there's another combination you can do. So basically, you want to take off this piece and remove the dragon. You also need the sword. And basically what you want to do, you take the gun, and the sword handle here actually plugs into this piece, and you want to do it this way. And then the shield separates like it did for me already, and you basically just want to plug it in 2 ports right there, plug it in, plug it in, and then you want to take the arm and you want to bring this out like this. Take this piece and you want to plug it in right here. Just like that. Plug him back on. And then take the new weapon And you do have that combination. It seems a little ridiculous because he's got a big old arm, but trust me, that's how it works. Now I'm gonna show you guys the full combination, and in order to do that, you have to kind of take this guy apart. So I'm gonna leave this piece on here because it's just part of the transformation. But basically, you wanna prep this. So you wanna take this off for now. You want to remove this. You want to remove this whole piece. You're gonna remove this piece, and you want to take this piece, and then this piece. So you basically want to strip them apart. And then basically what you want to do here is you want to bring this up and around, and make sure you close that piece. And then that is done. You do the same thing over here, and those are done. And you want to have the yellow pieces on the outside. So now we got to do some prep here. So you want to take him, you want to remove that shuriken, take off the arm. Now you want to do is you want to plug in, there's a plug right here that goes right there, and just kind of sits. You want to do the same thing on the other side. And you want to take this gray piece, and this is going to plug in right here. And that's going to kind of help stabilize the legs. Then you want to take this piece, and it's going to plug in right on top of here, just like that. Now you also want to take this piece off too. All right? So then you're going to take this, and it's going to plug just in just like that. We're going to leave it like that for now. You're going to take this piece, and you're going to do the same thing. The best way I found to do this is just kind of, and then bring this down. Okay? So now you want to plug these on. And he's getting pretty tall now, so I'll raise the camera up a bit. Okay? Then you want to take, I think it's the red. I don't know if it, I think it's this one. Plug it in. And then bring that up, and then I think this just plugs in on the back. I think you just plug this back in on the back like that. And then you take the bowl piece, and it will plug in on the top. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, it does. Sorry. It plugs in kind of like that. Oh, maybe this is supposed to. Maybe this does plug in. Hold on. He gets really tall, guys. He's like super tall. And I think you might do this. I think you also do this too. I think this is the other part of the, there we go. Yeah. And then you take the sword, and you now have that combination. And as you can see, he's taller than my little new stage that I put together. But yeah, there you go. I'll show you the horn there. So that is the full combination. Again, you don't have any leg movements because of this gray piece being plugged into the back. You still get the same rotation of the arms, and obviously the head does absolutely nothing. And then you do have the little guy in here. You know, you can do his little thing here. And lastly, I wanted to show you guys how to put them back together. So just in case you guys want to see that. So basically it's the same process. And you want this little piece right here, you want to make sure you bring that up. That way you can plug these back in. And then you want to just spread the legs a bit. And then you want to do that. You want to take this piece, bring that back down. This will just plug right back in. Take the bowl, and you want to plug it right back in to his little spot here. Bring those up. Take the arms, bring those in. Flip them around. They plug in pretty easily. You want to take this out of the hand. Bring the hand up. Take this gray piece. Lift this up. And it should just sit. Actually, you do have to take this off to get this back on. And then you just plop this back on. And then you take the shuriken. You can press the button if you want. And then it's a little tough on my copy. And then one back on. And there you go. So yeah, guys, that is the Bison King, or as he is known in the United States as the Bull Rider Megazord. Unfortunately, I used to own the Bull Rider Megazord and the Ninja Steel Megazord, but I ended up giving those away, so I don't actually have them to compare. I can tell you that they are pretty much almost identical, except they do have more Zord Builder ports. I don't think this part was on here. I think this part was solid, and obviously there was no sound effects and stuff like that. And I think it was a solid piece. Otherwise, the transformation is pretty much identical. And then also this piece doesn't exist because for whatever reason that piece didn't exist. And I did buy both of them I bought them both at Kmart that's how long ago it was, when Kmart was still a thing. So yeah, guys, I think it's really cool. It rolls pretty good. And then also it didn't have rollers too. It didn't have these rollers on the side. I think it just had those on it that I can remember. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed my look, kind of showing you guys how the Bison King works and all that fun stuff. And if you guys enjoyed watching this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys thought. If you want to see more videos like this, because I have a ton of other Super Sentai mech and everything like that. And I got Transformers and stuff like that I can show you guys. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, check out this one right over here. And as always, guys, until next time.